Hey, it's the Chief Bonnie with Board Games and RPGs. This is Scott, my co-host from the Scotch Test Dummies. Hello, Scotch Test Dummies. And we are both big fans of The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Fans. We watched
We
it
were early. Yeah, we both
on.
kind of got burned out.
Right.
And,
Yes.
Yeah, we're like,
Now, the RPG came out. Free League Games out of Sweden. This is with AMC. This is their limited edition. I did purchase this on Kickstarter. This particular episode, we're going to be putting your character together. Now, let me run down what this is. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Well, I know nothing about
You're
this.
not a role player.
No.
Right. But that's good that you're not a gamer. You're not a role player. You like zombies.
Yes.
We were both
zombie movies, zombie books, zombie shows, and then Zombie Side.
Yes,
mention that?
The board game, 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Love Zombie Side and that stuff. So yeah, when you got the Walking Dead role playing game, you're like, you got to come on. We got to do this.
Yep. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Now, real world wise, when I was brand new in 1995 on the police department, you were my first full-time partner.
Yep.
So on the police department, you ended up retiring as a lieutenant. Just to give some background, you were a SWAT team leader as a sergeant. Is that the right term?
Sure.
Okay. You were the bomb squad commander. Hello, commander. And you've spent how many years? Full 30 years on the department?
I know you close to 20, close to 29.
Okay.
Close to like 28 and a half somewhere in there.
So lots of street experience, and we worked in a real rough area. First, the setting. We are going to be inside Atlanta, the city. The government came out and said, hey, we're under this zombie apocalypse. I'm not sure they called it that. They said, come to the big cities where we have the National Guard rallying and we can protect you. So just a general name. Do you have a name you like, or do you want me to randomize one off the internet, or what do you want? Has there ever been, wished you'd been named like Sven?
You want like a nickname or like?
No, this will be your name
of
your
name.
character. I would prefer first and last, but I'll probably call you by your last name as your character. Well, I don't know mine either.
How about it? Can we use it like our old undercover when we were undercover narcotics detectives and we had made up names?
I don't remember what mine was, but yes. What was yours?
Luke Richards.
Well, there you go. You're Luke Richards. Now, we were both undercover, but at different times. Now, I don't remember what mine was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My God, I don't even remember. So
I was Luke for Luke Skywalker.
Ooh.
Had to have a tie-in to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And my first name is Richard. I'm Richard Scott. So it was Luke Richards. That way, if I was ever out and about and someone said, hey, Richard, I'd be like, well, that's my last name.
I remember.
And Scott, it'd be like, well, that's just a nickname people call me.
So I remember my first name is my middle name, and nobody uses it. Nobody knows it. You know what it is. Do you remember what my middle name is? That was my undercover first name. Okay, what is it?
Well, it starts with the E.
It's
right?
Earl.
4 letters.
Earl. Yeah. So Earl. And I actually don't fully remember, other than, was it Seinfeld that said if it was your porn name was like the first street you were born on?
Yeah, I don't remember if that was Seinfeld, but there's a
yeah, there was something. I'm going to use it. Okay. Earl is my middle name, and St. Clair is the street I lived on. So my character's name is now Earl St. Clair. Yours is Luke Richards. I love this already. So archetype, you're going to write in law enforcement. Now there'll be some little bonuses you're going to get from that. I'm going to write in military. Now, we're going to deviate a little bit away from this because we're beyond just normal law enforcement and normal military. What I wanted to hit here, we'll fill in some stuff later, is for anchors, and here's what an anchor means, is like emotionally, who are you attached to? So it could be you want to go save your mother or something. But I'm going to give this that we here will be each other's anchor. First of all, you're supposed to have another character in your group that is your anchor. So I'm going to have Luke Richards is one of my anchors. In other words, if you get killed, this will mess with me mentally. All right. So we're going to do an NPC one, but go ahead and PC anchor player characters me. Go ahead and put in Earl St. Clair.
Can I put a dog in there?
Well, you could, but that'll be your NPC. So if you've got a dog you want to go rescue, that could even be a side mission.
Distraught. I needed my dog.
Okay. All right. So under your NPC, why don't you make up a name for what, a Belgian Malamar or is it a German Shepherd?
Let's go Shepherd.
All right. So what's his name? And why in the world did you not bring him with you?
Do we use a nick? Are we ever using a nickname, or is it just our name? I'm going because I've got my old gaming nickname from online gaming years ago.
Okay,
what used to be Varmint.
Oh wow!
So if there's no nickname for me, the dog's going to be Varmint.
Do it.
All right.
I think your dog's name is Varmint, so he's your anchor. But I want you to put in parentheses, you don't have him, so we need to go get him. I don't know why you don't have him. Why do you not, or do you have him?
Well, I was at work when
it started to go bad. So we decided to bail on the National Guardsman, but we didn't go get your dog.
What do you want me to put?
I don't know. Let's do this. Maybe we went and got him. Maybe we got him.
I can't lose him.
Yeah, I don't think, because one of the things I was thinking of, just to set the tone, is that we were with the National Guard because all hell was breaking loose. We start to figure out this isn't going to be contained. I think you and I would have figured that out as these characters. This is going to cascade. And at some point, we bailed. When we bailed, just so they know for the setup, we took some of the automatic weapons that the guard would have had.
There's going to be plenty laying around.
There would have been some, exactly, ammo. I think we went back to your place.
Sam Elliott quote there.
Love it. We were soldiers. All right. We picked up your dog,
all right,
Varmint. And I think you actually probably had a safe like most special weapons tactics team guys. Sure. And you probably have a set of weapons. So as we move forward, you don't need to lock it down now, but know that we were smart enough to bring probably one of your sniper rifles and an 870 shotgun or whatever, some handguns. We're going to have it. Now the good thing about this,
you got to have a handgun. Naturally.
Sure. Yep.
You got to have a shotgun.
Yes.
Close range.
You got to have CQB. Some kind of assault rifle.
You need an assault rifle and you need a sniper rifle. That's the 4 weapons that you need.
Bingo.
Who's your NPC anchor?
Now that's a good point. Is there somebody, a non-player character is what an NPC means. Is there somebody that I am anchored to, a spouse, a girlfriend? So here's what we're going to do. Using Mythic, which is a system
my girlfriend is going to be mad, by the way, that I didn't put her down there. Like it's role playing.
Right. Yeah, this isn't you. Yeah. She'll never even watch the board game side of the show. You don't need to tell her.
You wouldn't choose me.
So I got a 50-50 question. This is percentile dice. Is it a girlfriend? 50% or less, it's a yes. That's an 85. It is not a girlfriend. Is it a family member? That's a no. Wow. What other people could be anchored?
Co-worker.
It's not family. Okay, so maybe I've got a partner in like a SOCOM unit.
There you go.
38, you nailed it. Okay, so it's somewhere.
Your trials and tribulations have happened with this person.
Right.
You're
give me a name, a first name. It's a SOCOM guy. Mac. I love it. All he's known as Mac. That's it. You only know him as Mac. Now, Mac.
You gotta get Mac.
He would be the equivalent of like my brother among brothers.
Yep. You've been through.
He's elsewhere. He wasn't in Atlanta. Right. He isn't in Atlanta. He's my NPC anchor, and he's not present.
Gotcha.
Now, for a description, this can be just describing what your character's like. What is your character? Not you per se, although you know kind of a
set him up that
subset.
way. Yeah.
Right. My guy's going to be 30 years old. All right. He's extremely fit because we're talking.
I'm going older.
Okay.
Just like me. 50s.
That's perfect. Whoa, that old? Wow, you're like an old dog.
Yeah, experienced.
Okay.
Well, you got to have that. You've been law enforcement for almost 30 years. SWAT, bomb squad. He's got gray hair.
Got it. My only point is, my military SOCOM guy is not going to be much over 30. He'd be combat ineffective if he was 50. He would have been retired by 30.
Yeah.
By 35.
40, you're being pushed out.
Right.
Or you're out.
So extremely fit. So you do yours.
Same.
What? Okay. Good. You're still very fit. Matter of fact, I think one of the things is I'm going to tease you for your age a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's going to be Luke. Tease Luke about his age, like you're an old man. What is your full description?
All right. This is me.
Mm-hmm.
This is me in the zombie apocalypse,
Luke.
right? 50s, fit, exercise.
Old, like dirt.
SWAT EOD experience.
Okay,
We
good.
talked about that. Likes whiskey. Eats healthy. I've got to eat healthy.
Oh, really?
Like if we're finding bologna, I can't eat it.
You can't eat it at all.
Won't
What if
eat
you're
it.
dying starving?
No.
You
I
gotta
won't
have
eat it
good
because
food.
it's not organic.
Holy,
Right?
holy, organic.
So good hygiene. I also always have to have brush my teeth. Got to have deodorant.
You were tailor made for role playing.
Yeah.
All right, I love this. This character, that's going to be a problem.
I can't have a shaggy beard. I
What?
would have
You're
to
always
shave.
shaving?
I'd have to
Oh
have
my
my hair.
God.
I'd have to look good.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this.
Yep.
This is going to be hard for your character to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I love
But
it.
it's a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
We're getting attacked.
Yeah, I'm
And I
going to
look
be
down and
mocking
there's
you
a
all the
stick.
time.
There's a stick of deodorant. I got to pick it up and put it
I'm
in my
like,
pocket.
hey, how about some more ammo? And you're like, I got to
Yep.
smell good.
That's right.
This is good.
And
This is
then,
good.
like I talked about, I'm a realist where zombies are unthinkable.
Okay.
So everything that's happening around us, I mean, I accept it's happening, but I
Got
can't
it.
believe it.
Okay. Got it. And my character will be more on the other side. Good. For your drive, something has to be driving you forward. You're already doing great with your description. What drive? What's keeping you alive? I mean, it's the apocalypse is breaking down.
I mean, now outside of just humanity,
Okay.
humanity has to win out. We have to beat whatever this is.
Okay. So your drive is...
But we also have to remain ethical, and we have to be human.
How about ethical survival?
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to put your drive as ethical survival. Now, that's going to be a problem because, as you know, ethics in the midst of an apocalypse isn't an easy thing to pull off. Yeah. That sounds
You'll
very
be like,
police.
We got to kill these people.
Yeah, I'll be like, what are you doing? Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, and your police side is coming through.
Yeah.
So my drive then to mirror that is going to be survive at any cost. I'm about, hey, that guy, I don't trust him, put a bullet in his head. And you're like, hell no. So mine is, mine's got to be more like survive at any cost. And that's kind of you're like, no, we have to survive while being ethical.
And get that grass-fed beef.
Got it. And, hold on, and whiskey. I'm going to put and whiskey on here.
So, yeah, we do have the whiskey.
Got it. Okay, got it. Now, there's a little side note. You'll see the check mark. You don't need to check it, but if any point during the game we are doing something that ties into the drive, you'll want to remind me of what your drive is because you'll get experience points for moving towards your drive.
Okay.
So, all right. Issues. Now, I've got one of mine came up while we were talking that I teased Luke about your age. So one of my issues is me giving you shit about being an old man. You're 50. If I'm going to come up with a few more issues, you don't need to fill them all out. Ideally, having one is good, so I could stop it that I tease you. But I think I want to come up with at least one more issue that my guy Earl has. So you're coming up with something. I think one of my issues is...
Can I say this?
Let me see what you got. I would maybe make it a pansies instead.
Okay.
So
can't stand pansies.
Yes. Just because it's YouTube. I don't have a... Yeah, I think your character would probably say the other word, but pansies is probably better for you.
That's fine. I can remember the early seasons of The Walking Dead, right?
Yes.
And the boy was was in this surviving.
Yes.
But the mom didn't want him to learn
how to work a knife or whatever.
Yeah. How to work a gun, anything like that.
Yes.
Now her, I might be able to kill.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I was like,
that
what
would be
are you
ethical.
doing?
That would still be ethical.
She was
survival.
wanting to preserve his youthfulness in the middle of this.
It's too late for that.
Hello, do you want him to die or live?
So
perfect.
I also want people that can, pull their weight and can support things. So
Love it.
Can't stand pansies.
That's
one of my issues.
Okay, I don't think I would disagree with that issue at all. I think one of mine, I want to give me something that's a little hard, is that there is, I'm going to pose my issue as a question. Is there still a military structure? So I'm wondering, like, am I still bound? Is the president in a bunker somewhere? Has there been things issued? I'm a SOCOM warrior. Am I somehow dodging out of my duty? So my question's going to be,
and you've got that mentality of that you're a soldier and there's a chain of command and you're a sergeant and
right.
Dress me as sergeant.
Yeah, I might even be like a warrant officer 4. I've been in for a while.
Wow.
Is there a
30s,
standing government? Yes. Is there a standing government? So I'm always kind of curious, because if there is, and they're like, hey, you've got to get to Camp David. And at Camp David, we've got a base and we need our SOCOM guys coming in to help keep the president alive. Well, I think I would want to respond to that, not just find whiskey and hang out with my buddy. So an issue I'm always concerned about, is there a standing government? In Atlanta, the guard was breaking down. They were getting bitten, they were getting turned, and we decided it's time to cut bait and get out of here. Notes would be anything weird or different or interesting, or if you have another issue. Did you have another issue come up?
Well, I'm still trying to think of other issues. Okay. I'm also 50.
Yes.
So I'm a little limited
right.
in physical capability. I mean, I am fit and in good shape, but I'm not 25.
Earl would agree. You're limited.
I can't do parkour.
Earl agrees 100% weak. You can write weak in there.
Not weak.
No, Earl.
Limited.
Or limited. Highly limited. I think Earl's going to be teasing your character, Luke, a lot about being old.
I kind of feel like there needs to be. I've got 2. Can't stand pansies, and I'm also 50 plus.
The rules here have these defaults that I don't agree with at all. I would never use. Some of the issues are for a soldier. So this would have been my character. I won't kill another human being. You've got to be kidding me. That doesn't fit a soldier at all. Although I get what they're saying is kill the zombies, don't kill the human. I know what is best. I agree with that. There's a little bit of a cockiness, like he would be the leader, or I protect the weak. Maybe. But what's weird is the military soldier might go 180 degrees and say the weak are going to die, the strong are going to live. So when I first read this, I thought, now these are just suggestions. I obviously haven't taken them. In this game, you can roll for these or pick for these or create your own. We're creating our own. I'm not using these at all. I don't think my guy, I'm going to make it an issue is, I think in a very Machiavellian way or the fact of like only the strong survive. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to call it. Only the strong survive. So it's a very almost like if you're weak and you die, you die. What was yours? You came up with something there?
Heights. Let's just throw that in there.
You don't like heights?
Don't like heights.
Or rappelling.
I know.
Oh my God.
That's going to be an issue.
And you're old as dirt. I love it.
And cigars. I'm going to throw that on there.
Got it. Notes. You're looking for, I don't smoke. You're old. I'm not surprised you smoke at all.
Eat organic, but smoke a cigar.
I love the fact that you're going to be looking for better food where I could eat like a whole package of bologna, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just calories.
You'd be like, look at this can of Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, and you'd be like, that's terrible for you. I'm like, but you just need to eat some calories. All right, we'll come in later and we'll lock down all of our strength, our agility, our wits, and our empathy, and all of our skills underneath that, along with some of the weapons we have. We will talk about that when we get into our first episode. But I do want to set out that basically as everything was falling apart, so the radio, the news, everybody's broadcasting, come to the big cities, come to Atlanta, but we were working with the National Guard and we realize this is failing right now, and we decide we're out of here. We go to the Truist building. It's the 60-floor high-rise building that looks like a pyramid in downtown Atlanta. We are chatting, and we're basically talking about if the world's going to end, and it definitely looks like it is, we're going to go find some Scotch. We were literally on the front lines taking down zombies and suddenly seeing some of the National Guard troops turn. We separate ourselves. We go to the Truist building. There's some pictures of the Truist building coming up on screen now. We go to the 6th floor. It's like penthouse building.
60th.
60th floor up, yes. Sorry, I said 6th floor.
Yeah.
The 60th floor.
60.
There's offices there. These are like C-suite offices, but there's also little bungalows in there, which are residential, a little kitchen. We find some basic canned food. We actually find a little bit of Weller's 12 even. All right, so we found some of the whiskey. But we come across like a CFO, a chief financial officer, and he's also with his wife. Let me explain these NPCs we're going to run into. We've got high-powered exec. He's got a beautiful custom-fit Italian suit, but he's a little overweight. He's a CFO, and he's literally had everything. He's got the $10,000 Rolex watch or whatever. Maybe it's worth even more. He's got his trophy wife, Jillian, is with him. What's interesting is he also knew, hey, I know where there is a high-rise building. It's where he worked, and he brings his family there. So it's presumed that he's come there for safety.
He's got a little bit of knowledge just about maybe even the penthouses,
yes,
the building.
He works
how
up
things
there.
Yes,
work. And he knows there's.
However, Jillian
is a trophy
anything.
wife. Yep, she's his second wife. Everything
is she
about
a pansy?
her.
Because I can't stand.
All I've got here is fake everything. Okay, you name it.
Can't
fake.
stand pansies.
Right, fake.
But I'm ethical.
Everything. Got it. You are ethical. Her deal is so.
What do we do with Jillian?
Well, Howard has had past tense everything. Jillian wants every man.
Oh,
yeah. So this is what we know when we run into them.
it could be a problem.
Jillian's already leaning on maybe the younger operator rather than the old man, but who knows?
Good.
Here's the other deal. They brought, or at least Howard brought, I don't believe these are Jillian's kids. I think these are from his first marriage. Emma, who is a bored 18-year-old, his daughter, that he's brought with him. Go ahead. She's pampered is one of hers. Got it? Oh, I'm sorry. I did it as bored as in like board game. He's correcting my spelling.
OCD.
You're exactly correct. She's bored. They've also brought, and this is again Howard's son, not Jillian. She's the trophy wife. Noah. He's a video game couch potato. He's 12. He's fat. He's overweight. I think
this is going to be an issue.
Yeah, you're not liking it already.
Nope.
His issue is he's a rich kid and he's never wanted for anything.
Sometimes people just fall off of buildings.
Got it. So the premise is now set. We've got our characters made, named, issues. We've gone to the Truist building to hang out, thinking it's a good place to find some whiskey. It's at an elevated position. We've actually come across some NPCs. In the game terms, this is called our haven. So we'll pause there. That's the setup. We've got Luke Richards, we've got Earl St. Clair, and we've got the Truist building as where we will be operating.
We're looking for Mac. We got Varmint too.
Yeah, I don't know where Mac
Good
is.
job.
Yeah, well, we do have your apocalypse is about to completely overrun Atlanta. It hasn't happened yet. It's getting bad. We saw it. But I'm imagining you with like a couple duffels of weapons and ammo.
Good call.
So not a ton, but a couple duffels. And I probably got a couple duffels of a saw and some ammo. Maybe a claymore or two.
Okay.
Got it. Scene.